We were starting with a blank canvas. We had a concrete playground, some markings on the ground, and lots of children with lots of energy. We heard the statistic that 20% of the child's week is spent outside in the playground, and that was where we realised that we really need to be using this time wisely for the children.
Before, they just came out and you just stood about and talked to your friends, and the mugger was still open, so there was some stuff you can do in the mugger, but there wasn't fun stuff like the sand pit or the scooter, and you weren't allowed on the hill.
OPAL came along at such a fantastic time for us, and the changes have been transformational in terms of the children's interactions with one another. They're so much more positive. Children whose confidence might be quite low in a classroom setting have been able to show their skills, their knowledge, their abilities in completely different ways.
Children are extending their friendship groups because rather than going where their friends are, the majority of children are going where their interests lie, and that's given them the opportunity to meet other children that they maybe wouldn't come into contact with throughout the day. It means that our younger children are learning from the older children, but also our older children are learning from the younger children. Our younger children are very good at playing, building, using their imagination. Some of our older children can find that more challenging, so it works both ways. Some of the older children have helped the younger children to learn how to ride a bike. We've had other children who maybe found it hard to place themselves at break times, to know where to go, and they found break times difficult, whereas now there's so much to choose from that we hope that every child has got something that they can do that makes their break time enjoyable.
I most look forward to probably the scooters, because I'm not very good at on my scooter, but since they came I'm getting a little bit better, because every playtime and lunchtime I kind of go on them.
The tyres, you can roll them about, and sometimes you can go inside of them and gently roll yourself.
We've got these wee tumble bars, so you can do loads of things.
About more of the sand pits is that it's quite fun because you can express yourself, build castles, dig holes. I find that quite fun.
And up at the hill there's building, den building, and that's quite fun as well to do your friends and stuff.
If a child's well-being is in a good place, then all other areas of their learning will be impacted in a positive way. I would say it's about resilience, it's about having a go, whether it's having a go on any of the equipment here. That is transferred into having a go at writing a story. They now have experiences that they can write about, because not all children are accessing lots of opportunities outside of school. So where it comes to creative writing, for instance, they can now write much more confidently.
They're also happier. They've had the time outside where they can be free to choose what they want to do. They're then more focused when they go into their learning environment in the classroom. So it's a win-win situation for everyone.
A lot of work, but a huge amount of benefit. Support staff have commented that they feel they spend less time sorting out low-level disputes. On the whole, I would say the injuries within the playground are less.
The children know their limits, and we're seeing that when they put their play into practice in the playgrounds. Obviously we intervene if we need to, but the children are very much responsible for their own health and safety, which is a great skill for them to develop.
I have to say I was completely overwhelmed and totally impressed on my walk around to see the volume of activities that the children could get involved in. The kids were fully engaged in the activities that they were doing. You could see that the staff knew what they were doing, and then some of the children that I spoke to just said really positive things about it. For the children just to be out, rain, sleet, snow, sunshine, I think it's just so good for them. I see the health benefits, here's the problem solving that you see from the children, and that's at a risk benefit way up as well. So I think that's really refreshing to see with the children doing that. I think equitably that's been a big priority for the school too, because we do have children who perhaps don't get those experiences with families for multiple reasons, but for us to be able to offer that in a school context is, I think, really beneficial for all our children. I'd quite like Udston to be known as that kind of outdoor learning school that everybody comes and admires, so and inspires them to take that forward in their schools. So.
To any other school thinking of doing OPAL, our advice would be to absolutely do it. It is one of the most powerful improvement changes that we've made within our school.